So on January 14th, 2017, at approximately 11:05 p.m., complainant Derrick Whitener was assaulted with a wooden rod by two suspects in the Target parking lot located at 2417 North Haskell. The complainant arrived at Target, and as he was walking towards the front entrance, the suspects began to walk towards him. The suspects are observed walking away from the complainant as he makes it to the front door. While inside, the complainant reports the individuals as suspicious to Target personnel, and those individuals, the suspects, remain near the front entrance. Target security alerted an off-duty Dallas officer of the incident. Both the security guard and the off-duty officer approached the suspects near the entrance of the business. One suspect is seen walking away, while the suspect with the wooden rod has a brief discussion with the off-duty officer and the security guard. The two suspects are then asked to leave the property. At around 11:05 p.m., the complainant exits the business after shopping. As he walks towards his vehicle, he is approached by the suspects. The suspects make a threatening statement to the complainant, and then they beat him with a stick. And then they flee on foot towards the street. A customer in the parking lot reports the incident to the off-duty officer, who then assists the complainant. The assault unit was notified of the incident on January 15th and began the assault investigation. Detectives were able to retrieve video surveillance of the offense. Detectives will still need to talk to the victim, but have canvassed the area for additional video and witnesses. The victim received severe injuries. We are asking for the public's assistance in identifying the two suspects. Okay. We should have a picture of the suspects up here momentarily. Suspect 1 is described as a black male, approximately between the ages of 18 and 20, 5'9", weighing approximately 150 pounds. He was last seen wearing a gray jacket, black pants, a black backpack, black gloves, a gorilla mask, and he's armed with a 3-foot by 1-inch wooden dowel. Suspect 2 is described as a black male, 18 to 20 years of age, 5'9", approximately 150 pounds. He was last seen wearing a black hoodie with white lettering, red and blue jeans, white Nike shoes, a black backpack, and a gorilla mask. If anyone has any information regarding this incident, they are encouraged to contact Detective Hubner in the assaults unit at 214-671-3639. Crime Stoppers will pay up to $5,000 for information that leads to the arrest and conviction of this offense. Crime Stoppers can be reached at 214-373-TIPS. I'll take a few questions.
What were the threatening statements that were made by the suspects to the victim, and any reason to believe that it could be a hate crime of any sort?
No indication that it is a hate crime at this point. I don't want to get into the specifics of the statements. That's just something that we'll kind of hang on to for the detectives' purposes and the integrity of the investigation.
Do you have reason to believe that the victim was attacked because the suspects witnessed him reporting them to the Target authorities?
That is a possibility. We haven't been able to iron that out yet. We still need to talk to the victim, but that sure is a possibility.
Do you have any idea what the motive could be in this case?
Don't know exactly. These two individuals were spotted on security surveillance attempting to lift handles on vehicles in the parking lot. So I don't know if they were looking for property, looking for a victim, or a crime of opportunity. So once we get them into custody, we can ask some of those questions.
Have police stepped up security around that Target, or is Target doing anything in that area to make sure customers are protected since these guys are still out there?
Target has an off-duty officer. They have security as well. They got surveillance video, and I've spoken with the Deputy Chief, Lonzo Anderson, who oversees the Central Patrol Division, and he has said that he would enhance the presence with his officers.
Did those suspects approach anybody else the way they approached Mr. Whitener?
From what we recovered, we have not seen that, but that's why we put this information out. If somebody was approached by him or somebody else has any information, we would like to speak to them.
You said one possibility was that they went after him after he left because he had seen them, or they approached him on his way into the store. Any idea why they even approached him to begin with?
It could have been a crime of opportunity. It's hard to say exactly why they approached him. He noticed that they were approaching him, and you can see that he steps up his pace to head towards the entrance of the store.
What was the conversation between the officer that talked to them at first? You said an officer came and talked to the suspect while he was in the store. What was that conversation about? And what did the officer do at that point that allowed this to happen?
Let me clarify. They spoke to the suspects outside the business near the front entrance, and the officer and the security guard asked the suspects to leave the property. At that time, there had not been any crimes committed that they were aware of, so they basically just kind of moved them off the property.
Do you know if that officer or the security personnel on property kept an eye on them if they came back with what looks like a weapon in hand?
Don't know that for certain.
Was there any body cam video of that interaction?
No.
Did any of the officers, whether the security guard or the off-duty officer, offer to walk Mr. Whitener to his car after all of this?
That I don't have that information, so I'm not 100% sure on that.
Is this a location where you have may need to step up patrol or have had incidents in the past that have, raised a red flag?
Not anything out of the ordinary sticks out at this particular location. Like I said, they have their off-duty officer. They've had off-duty officers there for since I can remember. They have security personnel, and it's unfortunate, but you just have to kind of be aware of your surroundings no matter where you're at.
And has the victim recovered well enough that you guys have been able to talk with him, or you have not had that opportunity yet?
We will try to speak to him sometime today. So,
All right.
thank you guys very much.